On screen, Zhao Lusi looks untouchable. She has led some of the biggest C-dramas of her generation, built a massive fan base and become one of the most recognizable young actresses in China. But behind the polished image, her career has been shaped by a fight that had nothing to do with ratings. It was about control. For years, Zhao's success made her increasingly valuable to Galaxy Cool Entertainment. Then her health crisis changed everything. In late 2024, images of her in a wheelchair spread online after her condition deteriorated. Zhao later said she had been dealing with depression, physical symptoms, and severe exhaustion. When work had to be cancelled, she alleged that financial responsibility was pushed back onto her instead of being absorbed by the company that represented her. That tension exploded in August 2025. Zhao went public on Weibo and accused Galaxy Cool Entertainment of serious misconduct. Among her claims was that 2.05 million yuan had been withdrawn from her studio's account without proper authorization. She also said negotiations over ending her contract had gone nowhere and alleged that she had been warned she could be blacklisted if she kept pushing. Her response was unforgettable. She wrote that they did not need to blacklist her because she could quit herself. Galaxy Cool denied wrongdoing, said it had prioritized her well-being, and expressed shock at her accusations. But by then, the dispute was no longer private. It had become one of the most closely watched artist management conflicts in Chinese entertainment. What made the situation so dramatic was the power imbalance. Zhao was one of the agency's biggest names, yet she was publicly describing herself as someone who could not fully control her own career. Reports later circulated that leaving could have involved an enormous termination penalty, with some outlets citing a figure as high as 400 million yuan. That number was widely discussed, but it came through media reporting rather than a publicly released contract. Then the story changed. By late 2025, reports said Zhao had successfully separated from Galaxy Cool and moved into a new arrangement connected to Hujing Digital Media and Entertainment Group, part of Alibaba's entertainment ecosystem. Some reports claimed the feared termination penalty was effectively waived and that Zhao entered a new multi-year agreement. The exact mechanics of the deal were never fully made public, but the shift was obvious. She was no longer trapped in the same public battle with her former agency, and that is where the most interesting part begins. Instead of simply returning to acting as before, Zhao appears to be repositioning herself around creative ownership. In 2026, reports emerged that her studio had acquired rights connected to 9 film and television projects. At least one project was described as being produced through her studio, while other reports pointed to script recruitment focused on original ideas and female-centered stories. These developments are still being reported through entertainment and fan channels rather than detailed corporate filings, so the full scale of her producer role remains unclear. But the direction is hard to miss. This is why fans have started describing her next move as a producer play. The phrase does not mean Zhao is abandoning acting. It means she may be trying to move from being the face attached to someone else's project to becoming one of the people deciding which projects exist in the first place. That is a major difference. Actors normally compete for scripts. Producers control scripts. Actors are selected for roles. Producers help shape the roles. Actors depend on agencies, platforms, and production companies. A star with real production influence can negotiate from an entirely different position. If Zhao can successfully make that transition, then her contract dispute may end up becoming the moment that changed the structure of her career. The irony is striking. A crisis that appeared capable of destroying her momentum may have pushed her toward greater control. Her story is no longer simply about whether she can return to the top of C-drama. She has already proved that audiences will watch her. The bigger question now is whether she can turn popularity into lasting power. That means choosing stories, developing projects, backing writers, and building an identity that does not depend entirely on one management company. Zhao Lusi's career once looked like the classic star-making machine: agency, drama, endorsement, repeat. Now it could be evolving into something very different. Not just actress, not just celebrity. Owner, producer, decision maker. And perhaps that is the real ending to this contract war. She was fighting to get control of her career back. Now she may be building a career that is much harder for anyone else to control. If that strategy works, her victory may not be another hit drama, but finally owning the choices behind it. So what do you think? Is Zhao Lusi's move toward greater creative control the future for A-list C-drama stars? Or is it an even bigger risk? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more stories about the biggest stars and power moves in Chinese entertainment.